So as far as the Patriot movement, and that's what LWN is, we are part of many patriots out there searching for the truth and delivering the news like it should be delivered. All right, good day, everybody. Sorry about that lag time. I got to get me a new hotspot. Moving out of my house and not having my internet anymore. I'm trying to run everything off my hotspot on my phone, and it's definitely got its drawbacks to that. So, welcome to Headline Hits with LW. A lot in the news today. Obviously, the Trump situation. I've got a video that I want to share with you guys at the end of the show. So, stick with us. Today is Tuesday, August the 9th, 2022. Let me grab this real quick because I want to just make sure that I'm prepped and ready to go. Okay, it's ready. All right, headlines. A lot in the news today. Everybody's talking about it. I mean, I don't think you can go to any place, even lamestream media, and not hear about the raid on Trump's Mar-A-Lago residence yesterday. Of course, lamestream media, they're all happy about it. They've got it. They've got it all. They've got it all. They've got him. This is it. He'll never be able to run for president of the United States ever again. Well, let's see. They had Russia. They had the Mueller report. They had impeachment number 1, and they had impeachment number 2. And then they had the J6. Still nothing. You don't think this guy is way smarter than them? Well, buckle up. Here we go. All right. First headline of today. So glad to see this. And I just want to extend an invitation to Liz Cheney. I want to let her know, as you're leaving your seat, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. You're out of here. Liz Cheney is ready to lose after aligning herself with Democrats. Representative Liz Cheney claimed in the New York Times interview Sunday that she is still she's still a Wyoming Republican. Can you believe that? Even after aligning herself with the Democrats on a partisan January 6th committee, gun control measures, and globalist foreign policy, she still claims to be a Republican. Really? You really think your constituents in the great state of Wyoming is that stupid? Well, she makes a quote here. She says, quote, "If the cost for standing for the Constitution is losing the House seat, then that's the price I'm willing to pay." Well, guess what, Liz Cheney? You don't stand for the Constitution. You don't stand for Wyoming. You don't stand for the American people. You are nothing less than a traitor. You're a traitor to your party, and you are a traitor to the American people. And guess what? Like I said, as you leave, please don't let that door hit you where the good Lord split you, because you're out of here. We've had enough of your crap, and we need to do that to so many others. Here's something that I found very interesting today in the headlines. A very liberal music artist goes on record by saying Pink Floyd's Roger Waters brands Joe Biden a war criminal. He's fueling the fire in the Ukraine. So a lot of people standing up for the Ukraine, whatever you want to believe for the Ukraine. I just found it interesting that Roger Waters says that Joe Biden basically, you're doing a horrible job over there, just like you're doing a horrible job everywhere else. Everything that you touch turns to shit. Yep, you're right. All right, Joe Biden struggles with a sport coat and drops his aviators during a Kentucky trip. Okay, the video's out. I've watched it. It's kind of funny. So, President Joe Biden was noticeably disoriented on Friday as he struggled to put on his sport coat back on during a visit to Kentucky. During the trip back to Washington, D.C., the president traveled aboard Marine One and exited the helicopter at the Lexington Airport wearing a mask and his aviators. Now, I watched the video. He gets out. He barely salutes the two officers that are standing there holding the doors for him. He gets out, kind of wanders around, kind of looking this way and looking that way, and maybe he's looking for an ice cream truck. I don't know. He has a very hard time putting the jacket on. And of course, Jill comes to his rescue. She puts the jacket on. He kind of wanders off to the left, drops his aviators, picks them up, kind of looking around. My point of this article is this guy has no idea he's even president of the United States. This guy has no idea where he's at most of the time. Now, are there different people playing the part? I guess you could argue that, and there's proof to say that it's very possible. And it's weird how one time you get this Joe, and the next time you get that Joe, and then the next time you get this other Joe. I don't know. Pretty strange, right? All right. Next headline. I found this to be hilarious. I'm shocked that it's still in the news cycle, to be honest with you. So, Trump document dump, and it has a picture of the good old porcelain throne that we all love to visit at least once a day. Photos emerge of notes in the toilet. Boy, you can't make this stuff up. Axios.com reported Monday that photos exist of ripped up notes allegedly found in the White House toilet that staff believe were I want to say deposited, disposed by then President Donald Trump. Axios, which was sold Monday for over $500 million, led coverage with the images of the torn up notes in the toilet bowls. It goes further to say there was something that I wanted to capture here. The photos, listen to this. The photos, if authenticated, are they going to do a DNA test? I mean, what are they going to do in this situation? I'm not sure. Would help to corroborate earlier claims that Trump disposed of White House documents in unconventional ways, raising questions about whether he violated federal laws on the preservation of government documents. Now, I'm going to leave that right there because this is what I'm going to say. The photos, just so you know, looks like paper that you would get for any of your school age children, whether they're in elementary school, whether they're middle school, junior high school, college. You know, the spiral notebook with the little blue lines. It looks like somebody took a Sharpie and wrote some names on it, and then maybe went to the bathroom, tore them up, and put them in the toilet. We're so concerned, and more than likely, the United States government will probably spend $40 million trying to determine if these photos are legit. But yet the fact that Hillary Clinton deleted over 30,000 emails, security clearance, national security emails on a private server, she was required to bring that to court. She wiped them. She destroyed them. They smashed the devices. We're going to worry about a couple tore up pieces of paper in the toilet bowl. Well, you just can't make this stuff up. You want to know how corrupt our government is? You're seeing it right in front of your face. Each and every day it's being exposed. Look at how corrupt our government is. All right. Ron DeSantis, he steps up to the plate. Yes, he does. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. He slams Mar-a-Lago raid. Feds weaponized against regime's political opponents while Hunter Biden is treated with kid gloves. Boy, you ain't kidding about that. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis sounded off on the Federal Bureau of Investigation's reported execution of a search warrant on the former President Donald Trump's residence at Mar-a-Lago in Florida. The raid of Mal is another escalation in the weaponization of federal agencies against the regimes, which is the Biden's administration, the regime's political opponents, which is the Trump and Trump supporters, right? While Hunter Biden gets treated with kid gloves, DeSantis tweeted. Now the regime is getting another 87,000 IRS agents to wield against its adversaries. A banana republic, end quote. There you have it, folks. Ron DeSantis steps up to the plate, drops the hammer on these guys. Now check out this next headline. An exclusive. Ambassador Ken Blackwell. Biden is turning America into a police state. Here it is, right here in black and white. In the wake of the FBI's raid on former President Trump's home, Ambassador Ken Blackwell told Breitbart News that President Biden is turning America into, quote, a police state, end quote. Following the FBI's raid on former President Trump's house, Ambassador Blackwell told Breitbart News exclusively, for the first time in American history, a president's administration has sent armed federal agents to raid the personal home of his predecessor, who is also the leader, get this, the leader of the opposition's party. So there you have. They are weaponizing the DOJ. They're weaponizing the FBI. You don't, so we said this earlier. If they can do this to a former president of the United States, imagine what they can do to you and I. Enough said, right? All right, next headline. Here we have it. Conservatives denounce FBI raiding of Mar-a-Lago. Yes, the last few here are going to be all about Trump, and then I'm going to play a video at the end. So stay with me here. News of the FBI raiding former President Donald Trump's private home in Mar-a-Lago ignited a firestorm of reactions from Republican politicians and conservative activists on Twitter, all of whom denounced the move at a as a blatant power grab by the Democrats to silence, now listen to this, to silence and intimidate a potential 2024 nominee. I think that's all I need to say in that article. There you have it. They are trying everything they can to make this guy illegitimate for 2024. Next headline, Trump supporters gather outside Mar-a-Lago after FBI raid. Supporters of former President Donald Trump are gathering outside of Mar-a-Lago after former president announced that his home was raided by the FBI on Monday. Footage of crowds arriving has been circulating on social media, showing supporters waving flags and honking horns in support of the 45th president. There are reports that local law enforcement, not the Secret Service, that generally guards the property, are telling the gathering supporters to leave. However, on Twitter, user claimed that Trump supporters were still pouring into the show into showing support for the former president despite the police request. All right, last headline, and I'm going to share the video with you guys. Here we have it. Watch. The thunder rolls. Donald Trump releases dramatic political video after FBI raid at Mar-a-Lago. The defiant President Donald Trump. I love that. It's not defiant. He's got stones, man. Why do we love him? Because he's got stones. This man is standing up to tyranny, and we need to join him and support him 100%. A defiant President Donald Trump released a new political video early Tuesday morning after the FBI raided his home at Mar-a-Lago. The video begins with rolling thunder as former president lists the failures of President Joe Biden, leading to a nation in decline. We are a nation that in many ways has become a joke, end quote, President Trump. The video features Trump delivering a speech about his vision for the future and where hardworking patriots will rebuild this country. That's really all I have for today. I want to go ahead and hit the video and play this for you guys. I'm sure some of you probably already seen it, but let's watch it and then we're going to get out of here and off to the next one. So here you go, folks.
We are a nation. We are a failing nation. Nation that has the highest inflation in over 40 years, where the stock market just finished the worst first half of a year in more than 5 decades. We are a nation that has the highest energy cost in its history, and we are no longer energy independent or energy dominant, which we were just 2 short years ago. We are a nation that is begging Venezuela and Saudi Arabia for oil. We are a nation rendered in Afghanistan, leaving behind dead soldiers, American citizens, and $85 billion worth of the finest military equipment in the world. We are a nation that allowed Russia to devastate a country, Ukraine, killing hundreds of thousands of people, and it will only get worse. We're a nation that has weaponized its law enforcement against the opposing political party like never before. We've never seen anything like this. We're a nation that no longer has a free and fair press. Fake news is about all you get. We're a nation where free speech is no longer allowed, where crime is rampant like never before, where the economy has been collapsing, where more people died of COVID in 2021 than in 2020. We are a nation that is allowing Iran to build a massive nuclear weapon and China to use the trillions it's taken from the United States to build a military to rival our own. We are a nation that over the past is no longer respected or listened to all around the world. And we are a nation that is hostile to liberty and faith. We are a nation whose economy is floundering, whose stores are not stocked, whose deliveries are not coming, and whose educational system is ranked at the bottom of every list. We are a nation that in many ways has become a joke. But soon we will have greatness again. It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country, and it is hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country. There is no mountain we cannot climb. There is no summit we cannot reach. There is no challenge we cannot meet. There is no victory we cannot have. We will not bend. We will not break. We will not yield. Ever, ever, ever. We will never give in. We will never give up. And we will never, ever bow. We will never let you down. As long as we are confident and united, the tyrants we are fighting do not stand even a little chance. Because we are Americans, and Americans kneel to God and God alone. And it is time God talking about this country again.
Amen. All right, that's all, folks. You guys have a blessed day. I'll see you back here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.